Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars. Today I have a brand new Shudder release to talk to you guys about, hitting the streaming platform on September 29th. I got to see it a little bit early. It is Seance. Seance is essentially about a number of schoolgirls that love to play pranks on the new girls in school by talking about the supposed ghost in the school before jumping out of the shadows. But when these schoolgirls start getting killed off one by one to what appears to be that very spirit, that's when they begin to think that they've taken things a little bit too far. So right off the bat, I think that it's important to note that this review is probably going to be a little bit short because there's really not that much to talk about here. This is a film that is definitely going to feel bland for you overall because it honestly doesn't really offer the viewer anything new, nor does it create complex characters that go through a journey of growth. The one and only good thing that it does do is mix the stereotypes and cliches of both, a basic traditional haunting plot and a more physical slasher type horror plot. It does both of them. I thought that was kind of clever because it'll make you think on what it is that it's actually doing. Is it a haunting? Or is it all actually happening, made to look like that? It's sometimes hard to tell, and that was the best thing about the structure of this film. I also really enjoyed the third act of the film, which had some just, dumb, fun, exciting moments. And some of the earlier shots of the ghosts in the film, that was indeed creepy. But at the very end of the day, none of that stuff was new. We've seen it all done before, and we've seen it all done better, too. I even predicted what was happening rather early on, too, because films like this kind of need more red herrings to distract you from the truth of what's actually going on. This didn't really do that. Now, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't outright call it a bad or horrible film. I think thematically it works just fine. It looks pretty decent. The look of the ghost was pretty unique. The blending of stereotypes was kind of cool in general. It's not a bad movie. It's just a bland, cinematically monotonous film that doesn't really offer the audience anything new. Let's go ahead and cut to the chase by talking about my final score. From a technical, unbiased perspective, again, the look of the film is basically what you would expect. Nothing is horrible nor impressive in any shape or form. It's literally right down the middle with safe decisions. Safe decisions with the actors' performances, with the importance of everybody's roles, with the dialogue, with the pacing of the film, with the soundtrack. All of that worked for what they needed it to work as, but nothing shouted, "Great, I want to see it again." Just fine. This score is pretty much right down the middle because of that, at 58%. My bias score, just how I felt about it, is just it's right around the same score because, again, I can't just sit here and say that I hate this effing movie because I don't. I have nothing against it. I just don't love anything about it. So my bias score is 56%, meaning that when we combine the two scores together, we come to the final rating of 57%, 57 out of 100 possible stars, or a C- letter grade on my personal letter grading system, right smack dab down the middle again. I don't know, if you are a die-hard fan of horror, you might get something out of this that I didn't, and if you do, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. What exactly was it about this film that I missed? Let me know, and as for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review, and until then, peace out.
Dave examines movies we just watch for fun. Davey is the expert. He